Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. Because it is my favorite time of the week. That means it's time to save some money on some incredible Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 games. And in my opinion, this is the best eShop sale of the year. I don't know what's going on, but we gotta take advantage of it. So let's go ahead and get right into this video. Yeah, as you can see, I'm still in the Middle East. I'll be here for another 12 days or something like that. But, you know, I gotta do my eShop sale videos because I love doing them. Now here is a predicament I was in. Because I'm over here, it wouldn't let me buy eShop gift cards from GameStop. Even though I have a VPN on, didn't work, but I had a workaround. For the first time in my entire life, I finally used the website PlayAsia. Some pretty cool stuff on there, but I just got some eShop gift cards, so boom, a winner of a Nintendo eShop gift card right there. But don't worry, boom, another winner of a Nintendo eShop gift card. If you'd like to have the same opportunity every single week, all you have to do is like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram or Twitter, or both of those, and I always do my best to give back to my amazing community. Now we truly have some amazing sales, so let's go and get right into this video. The first game we're talking about is SPIRITFARER, and this is currently on sale for $4.49, and that is 85% off the full price. I think technically this is like the Farewell edition or something, which maybe has some DLC, I'll be honest, I'm not really sure. This is an incredible game though. It's one of those games that, you know, kind of flies under the radar a little bit, but as soon as somebody plays it, it resonates with pretty much everybody. You play as Stella, a ferry master to the deceased, and you're a Spiritfarer. You need to build a boat to explore the world, then befriend and care for spirits before finally releasing them into the afterlife. So definitely check this one out if you get a chance. The Last Campfire is currently on sale for $1.99, and that is 87% off on the eShop. This game is fantastic, very charming. Not the longest game, I want to say about 5 or 6 hours, which I think is perfect. It doesn't overstay its welcome. And essentially what I like to compare it to is maybe like a classic Zelda game, just with no battling or enemies. There actually might be enemies, I can't remember. It's been quite a while since I played this, but I remember it's not really battling, it's more like puzzle solving and stuff like that. Very, very fun game though. And for only $2, it is worth every single penny. Speaking of games that seem like they're inspired by The Legend of Zelda, we have a game called Ocean's Heart. This is currently on sale for $2.99. That's 80% off on the eShop, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. I'll be honest, I've never heard of this game, like ever. But I've seen the cover art for it, I thought it looked interesting, started reading the description, and it's something I think I might pick up. I mean, I have so many games in my backlog right now for the first time ever, which is crazy, you know, it's just the power of the Switch 2, but for this price, it's like, why not take a chance on this? This is an action RPG featuring detailed pixel art with heavy focus on exploration. I mean, you can see the gameplay and the art style. It looks like a classic Zelda game. This game is 10 hours long as well, so you're getting quite a bit of game there. So this is one, again, even though I've never played it, I would definitely take a chance on this one. So one of my favorite games I have ever played, and I've beat it maybe 3 times on the Switch, and I need to play it again on the Switch too, is BIOSHOCK Infinite, the Complete Edition. This is currently on sale for $3.99. That is 80% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. So maybe I shot myself in the foot by doing this, but I bought the BIOSHOCK collection, right? And instead of playing them in order, I thought, well, I'll just play the newest one. And obviously that was BIOSHOCK Infinite, and I love it. I love the setting, I love the story, the gameplay. It's a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Then I tried to go back and play BIOSHOCK 1, and I don't know if like BIOSHOCK Infinite was so fast paced or something, I just could not get into BIOSHOCK 1. I know that sounds blasphemous. I didn't even give the second one a try. So yeah, I mean, probably don't do what I did, but at the same time, who really cares? If you want to play one of the best first-person shooters of all time with one of the best stories, this is only $4. A great game called Death's Door is currently on sale for $4.99, and that is 75% off on the eShop, and I swear I'm not doing this by design, but this is another game that's kind of like classic Zelda inspired. I actually just played this game a few months ago, just to kind of like give myself a refresh because I talk about it so much, and it still holds up incredibly well. The job gets lively when your assigned soul is stolen and you must track down a desperate thief to a realm untouched by death, where creatures grow far past their expiry and overflow with greed and power. There's really not a lot to explain here. If you like that classic 2D Zelda inspired game, you're going to absolutely love this one. Now this next game has a crazy discount. Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition is currently on sale for $12.49. That is 75% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. This is a game I actually picked up day one physically, full price, and I thought it was worth every penny. I actually own this game on my PS5 as well, but for some reason, I don't know what it is, I can just get into games easier handheld. Even though when you take a hit sometimes on the graphics or performance, playing handheld is just the way I prefer to play games. But I will say this is actually not a bad port. Like, yes, it's not going to live up to the PS5 or whatever, but if this is the only way you have a chance to play it, I would definitely play it. I could be wrong, but I think I read somewhere, maybe it was on Reddit or something, that playing it on the Switch 2, like it fixes a lot of the frame rate problems and stuff like that. But man, it arguably is one of the greatest open world games of all time, one of the most realistic games. And I have a feeling we're going to get Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 on the Switch 2 eventually. So why not get into this one, man? You could sink hundreds of hours into this. It's fantastic. A really cool game called DUSK is on sale for $4.99, and that is 75% off on the eShop, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. So this is cool. It's essentially like a modern version of a 90s first-person shooter. It plays at 60 frames per second, has HD rumble, gyro aiming, a bunch of other cool stuff as well. And I really just like the aesthetic of this one. It is kind of the perfect time. You know, we have Halloween coming up. I'm not saying this is the only time you can enjoy this game, but the aesthetic kind of gives me that Halloween vibe. I'll be honest, I've never played this one, but it looks like what you see is what you get, and that is not a bad thing. So yeah, man, if you're into those, I actually think they're called boomer shooters now, kind of funny, I would definitely give this one a chance. So currently one of the most popular games out is the new Digimon game, and unfortunately that is not on Nintendo platforms just yet, but we do have Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition for $4.99, and that is 90% off the full price. I do think the new Digimon game is way better than the one I'm recommending now, but if you've never played a Digimon game, or you have, I would still give this one a chance. I think it is severely underrated, definitely a hidden gem, and there's something about Digimon that is like, it's just cooler than Pokemon. I will always prefer Pokemon, but I can't lie and say that Digimon is just not cooler. I think it's more well crafted. I think Pokemon just survives strictly off the IP and just making new Pokemon and new locations. But Digimon really has a lot going for it. And this game was really, really good. I don't think I ever beat it, but for $5, man, it is a no-brainer. A really interesting game called GRAPPLE is currently on sale for $3.70. That's 75% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. So I could sit here and explain what's going on. You know, this is a 2D pixel art platformer. You know, there's a lot to do, I guess. Or we can just take the name and break it down. Grapple dog. You're a dog that has a grapple. Very simple, right? And for some reason, it just translates so well into a really charming 2D platformer. It's almost like if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just add a little extra. This is essentially a classic retro 2D platformer, but the platforming is really enhanced by the grapple. The art style and the characters and the whole design, very cute and charming. For less than $4, man, this one looks like it's a very fun time. So in case you have not heard about this game, we got to talk about the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Anniversary Edition. This is $23.99. That's 60% off the full price. This is the lowest price this game has ever been, at least on Nintendo platforms. I actually played Skyrim for the very first time. It might have been earlier this year, waiting for the Switch 2 to come out. I think it came out all the way back in like 2013 or something, and it is arguably one of the best games still today, with the best exploration and writing and sense of wonder and adventure, and you could play it for hundreds of hours and still find stuff to do. And I feel like that's lost in a majority of new games. I really don't know how they made something this well crafted back then and it still holds up. I played it on the Switch OLED. It was a perfect experience. It looked amazing. This is the Anniversary Edition, which includes, I could be overselling it, but I want to say like 100 or 200 mods to make the game even better and more in depth. I played it without any mods, and I could recommend it 10 out of 10. I wish I would have had the Anniversary Edition. So if you've never played Skyrim and you want to play it portably, there's no better way to play it than this. Now let's start getting into some Switch 2 games. We have No Man's Sky, and I guess technically this has a Switch version as well, but for the Switch and Switch 2, $23.99, and that is 60% off on the eShop. I don't know how. This was one of the best ports we ever got on the Switch. Easily one of the best ports we have on the Switch 2 now, the Switch 2 edition. And some way, somehow, they keep updating this game and doing massive updates, just adding new stuff, and it's always 100% free updates. This is something you could truly sink like hundreds and hundreds of hours into, never do the same thing twice. It has an amazing multiplayer now, amazing ship customization. It's like a game you could truly get lost in. And I just think it's a modern marvel in gaming. Definitely a different state than it came out in, so I can recommend this one 100%. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition is currently $39.99. That is 43% off on the eShop, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. If you have a Switch 2 and you don't know what to buy and you do not own this game, buy it. It is my second favorite game of all time, but I think it's better than my first favorite game of all time. Nostalgia is just holding, Zelda Wind Waker at number 1. I beat Cyberpunk and the DLC on my PS5. I've beat the base game and I'm playing through the DLC on my Switch 2, and I'm enjoying it better on my Switch 2. It has some of the greatest writing and gameplay and just world design, the best open world, the best city in all of gaming, man. It's what they initially promised now. So again, this is like a No Man's Sky story. The way it came out and the way it is now is a night and day difference. And the great thing is you can play through this game multiple times and never do the same thing twice, with different storylines, different characters, all that good stuff. Don't sleep on this one. Sonic X Shadow Generations for the Switch and also the Switch 2 edition are both $29.99 on the eShop. Yeah, I never played the Switch version, but I did play the Switch 2 edition, and I still think this is one of the most underrated games we currently have on the Switch 2. It is so damn fun. Shadow Generations is one of the best Sonic games of all time. The way they design like the levels and the music and the boss fights, it is so fun and so addicting. And unfortunately, since a lot of people played it on the Switch, I think it got overlooked on the Switch 2. But if you're a fan of Sonic, or you want to play a new Switch 2 game that you don't have, or you want to take a chance on something, play this one, man. On Metacritic, it currently has an 82, so I think it's one of the highest rated recent Sonic games. And you're getting 2 entire Sonic games, like in one package. And the last game we're talking about is Linked Banner of the Spark. I don't know if there is a Switch version, but I'm specifically talking about the Switch 2 edition. This is currently $17.49. That's 30% off on the eShop, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. I've talked about this game quite a few times in like a Hidden Gems video and a New Games video. It's fantastic, right? It is kind of like Hades mixed with Animal Crossing. Essentially, you'll go out and run and do all these little missions and kill a bunch of stuff, and then you'll come back and fix your town, and there's all these cool little robots. The gameplay is fantastic, truly amazing. This got shown off in a Nintendo Direct, and I believe it got shadow dropped that same day, so I feel like people were like, that doesn't look that fun or interesting because it's a shadow drop. It must not be that cool. But I think it's truly a hidden gem, and I think it's amazing. And I'm going to continue to talk about it as many times as I can, and it's less than $20 for a Switch 2 game that is actually fantastic. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is a fantastic eShop sale. In my opinion, I'm stamping it right now, the best one of the year so far. It has something for everybody. Switch, Switch 2, we got it all. So in the comments below, let me know what you guys are thinking. And if you could hit a like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram and Twitter, it would really mean the world and really help support this community. I'm trying to hurry up. My SIM card or memory card is running out. But yeah, start a conversation, and you guys know me. I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.